Imagine a time when the universe was a chaotic void, a time before time, a place before places. This was the world according to ancient Greek mythology, a world that began in absolute chaos. Now, this wasn't chaos as we understand it today. Instead, chaos was the first of the primordial deities, a divine entity representing the void from which all life sprang. But chaos was far from alone. From this void came Gaia, the Earth Mother, embodying the very soil beneath our feet. Alongside her were Tartarus, the deep abyss used as a torturous dungeon of torment, and Eros, the primal god of love, driving the force of creation. Erebus, the embodiment of darkness, and Nyx, the goddess of the night, were also born from this primordial soup, further shaping the world as we know it. Then, in a remarkable act of self-creation, Gaia gave birth to Uranus, the sky itself. She also bore the Uria, the ancient gods of mountains, and Pontus, the primordial god of the sea. These were the first entities of the world, the original divine beings that shaped the universe. But the story doesn't stop there. Gaia and Uranus came together, and from their union, the mighty Titans were born. These were 12 colossal deities, each possessing immense power. Their names may sound familiar: Oceanus, Coeus, Creus, Hyperion, Iapetus, Theia, Rhea, Themis, Mnemosyne, Phoebe, Tethys, and the infamous Cronus. These were the first rulers of the cosmos, the original gods before the gods, shaping and influencing the world in ways that would echo throughout history. These titans were more than just figures of power. They were the personification of the natural world, each representing a distinct element of the universe. From the oceans to the sun, from memory to justice, every aspect of the world was under their dominion. The Titans ruled the world, but their reign was not to last. As we'll see, their destiny was tied to a prophecy that would spark a cosmic war and bring about the rise of new gods, setting the stage for the epic tales of Greek mythology. But that, dear listener, is a story for another time. Uranus, the sky himself, feared his own children. In the tapestry of ancient Greek mythology, Uranus, the primordial god of the sky, harbors such deep fear for his offspring that he takes drastic measures to ensure his reign remains unchallenged. The youngest of his children, the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires, were born mighty and formidable. The Cyclopes were giants, each with a single eye in the center of their forehead, while the Hecatoncheires were monstrous beings, each possessing 100 hands and 50 heads. These children were not only strange and fearsome in appearance, but also possessed great power, enough to unsettle their skybound father. Uranus, terrified of the potential threat they posed, did the unthinkable. He cast his own children into the depths of Tartarus, a deep, gloomy abyss lying beneath the earth. Here, the youngest Titans were imprisoned, far from the light of the sky, their father's domain. This act, born out of fear and a desperate desire to maintain control, was the first hint of the tumultuous future that awaited the divine family. You see, a prophecy had been told, a prophecy that whispered of the downfall of Uranus. The prophecy stated that Uranus would be overthrown by one of his own sons. This chilling prediction fueled his fear and paranoia, driving him to further isolate himself from his children and tighten his grip on his celestial throne. However, even the sky is not impervious to the machinations of fate. The prophecy, once spoken, stirred the currents of destiny, setting in motion a series of events that would shake the foundations of the ancient world. Uranus, in his fear and hubris, had sown the seeds of his own downfall. In the heart of Gaia, a plan was hatched to topple the fearful sky. Gaia, the Mother Earth, could not stand by and watch her children suffer. And so, in the depths of her being, she began to craft a plan to fulfill the prophecy and free her children from the tyranny of the sky. The Mother Earth, Gaia, had had enough of Uranus's cruelty. Imagine the primal anguish of a mother. Her children trapped, unable to see the light of day because of their father, Uranus. His fear of a prophecy, his fear of being overthrown by his children, led him to do the unthinkable. But Gaia, she was done being silent, done with the tyranny of Uranus. The seeds of rebellion were sown deep within the heart of Gaia. She crafted a weapon like no other, a great sickle, sharp as the edge of night, bright as the first light of dawn. A weapon powerful enough to overthrow the mighty Uranus, But who would wield this weapon? Who would dare to challenge the fearsome lord of the cosmos? Enter Cronus, the youngest of the Titans. He was ambitious and driven, with a heart as brave as it was reckless. When Gaia presented him with the sickle, he didn't hesitate. He knew what needed to be done. He knew that the time for a new era was upon them. The night of the coup was as silent as a grave. Uranus, unsuspecting, walked into the trap set by his son. Cronus, with a swift and decisive strike, overthrew his father. The heavens shook with the fall of Uranus, and a new king was crowned amidst the chaos. Cronus, now the ruler of the cosmos, freed his siblings from their father's tyranny. The Titans, no longer prisoners, breathed the free air. They basked in the glory of their freedom and hailed their new king. Cronus, with his queen Rhea by his side, ruled with a firm hand. The Titans, once oppressed, now stood tall under the rule of their king. The cosmos, once a realm of fear under Uranus, now thrived under the rule of Cronus. The reign of Uranus was over, and the era of the Titans had begun. But little did they know, the wheel of fate was still in motion, and a new prophecy was about to unfold. The reign of Uranus was over, and the era of the Titans had begun. Cronus, the youngest and most ambitious of the Titans, now sat on the throne. Having overthrown his father Uranus, Cronus ruled over the cosmos with his wife Rhea, a fellow Titan, and his sister. Together they presided over a golden age, a time of prosperity and peace, where harmony reigned supreme. Cronus and Rhea were not just rulers, they were parents. Their divine lineage included 6 children, each a force to be reckoned with. The eldest, Hestia, was the embodiment of the hearth and home. Demeter, the second child, held dominion over the harvest and the earth's bounty. Hera the third was the future queen of the gods and the goddess of marriage. The sons were no less formidable. Hades, the eldest son, would go on to rule the underworld. Poseidon, the middle child, held sway over the oceans. The youngest, Zeus, was destined to rule the sky. Yet Cronus's rule was marred by fear. He was haunted by the prophecy that foretold his downfall at the hands of one of his offspring, just as he had overthrown his own father. Driven by fear, Cronus made a chilling decision. As each child was born, he swallowed them whole, imprisoning them within his own body. One can only imagine the horror Rhea must have felt, watching her husband consume their children, one after the other. However, unbeknownst to Cronus, Rhea was not just a mother, but also a queen. She was not about to let her husband's paranoia rob her of her children. As the seeds of rebellion were sown, Rhea started to devise a plan to save her youngest child Zeus from his father's insatiable hunger. In the belly of the beast, the seeds of rebellion were sown. Rhea, the mother of gods, could not bear to lose another child. The heartache of a mother losing her offspring was too great, even for a Titaness. Rhea, wife to Cronus and mother to the future king of gods, Zeus was determined to outsmart her husband and save her newborn from a grim fate. Cronus, fearing an overthrow by his offspring as prophesied, had swallowed each of their children as they were born. But this time, Rhea was ready with a plan. She gave birth to Zeus in secret on the island of Crete, far from the prying eyes of Cronus. In place of her newborn, she wrapped a large stone in swaddling clothes and presented it to Cronus, who, in his haste and fear, swallowed it without a second thought. Meanwhile, the infant Zeus was whisked away to a hidden cave in the mountains of Crete. He was raised by nymphs and fed on the milk of the divine goat Amalthea. His cries were masked by the clamor of the Curetes, divine beings who clashed their weapons together to drown out the baby's wails, ensuring Cronus remained oblivious to his existence. Zeus grew in strength and wisdom, nurtured by the nurturing nymphs and the protective Curetes. When he came of age, a plan was set in motion for him to confront Cronus and force him to regurgitate his swallowed siblings. With the help of Metis, the Titaness of wisdom, Zeus tricked Cronus into drinking a potion that caused him to vomit up his children. One by one, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, all fully grown, emerged from their father's stomach. With his siblings free and by his side, Zeus was ready to challenge the reign of the Titans. A prophecy once whispered was now a reality. The stage was set for the greatest battle the world had ever seen. The old order of Titans was about to clash with the new generation of gods, heralding a new epoch in the annals of Greek mythology. The heavens shook as the gods declared war on the Titans. This marked the beginning of the Titanomachy, an epic 10-year clash between the old and the new, the Titans and the Olympian gods. The stakes were high. This battle would decide who would rule the heavens and the earth. The Titans, children of Gaia and Uranus, were mighty beings who had ruled since time immemorial. Their formidable strength and ancient wisdom made them formidable opponents. But the Olympians, led by Zeus, were not to be underestimated. They were younger, more ambitious, and they had a secret weapon. The Cyclopes and the Hecatonchires, freed from the depths of Tartarus by Zeus, were on their side. The battleground was the vastness of the cosmos, and the war raged on, echoing through the universe. The Titans fought with raw power, their attacks causing earthquakes and tsunamis, reshaping the earth beneath them. The gods, on the other hand, fought with cunning and strategy. They used their unique powers, Zeus with his thunderbolts, Poseidon with his trident, and Hades with his helm of darkness, to counter the brute force of the Titans. The war was brutal, stretching on for a decade. Both sides suffered great losses, but the gods, with their clever tactics and the aid of the Cyclopes and Hecatonchires, finally gained the upper hand. The Titans, exhausted and outnumbered, were defeated. In the aftermath of the war, the victorious gods imprisoned the Titans in Tartarus, the deep abyss, where Uranus had once banished the Cyclopes and Hecatonchires. This was their punishment, an eternal imprisonment for their defiance. The gods, having proved their might, ascended to rule the heavens and the earth. They reigned supreme, unchallenged and powerful. The age of the Titans was over, and the reign of the gods had begun. It was a new era, an era of gods and heroes, an era of myths and legends that would echo through the ages. The Titanomachy, this epic war, marked the end of one age and the dawn of another. The Titans faded into the annals of history, but their legacy lived on. Though defeated, the Titans left an indelible mark on the world. Their legacy lives on, echoing through the ages in the rich tapestry of Greek mythology and culture. Not all Titans were condemned to Tartarus, the deep abyss used as a dungeon of torment for the wicked and prison for the Titans. Some, like Atlas, Prometheus, and Epimetheus, remained free and continued to play significant roles in the mythological landscape. Atlas, the Titan who personified endurance, was not spared the wrath of Zeus. He was condemned to hold up the celestial heavens for eternity, a symbol of the weighty consequence of defiance. Despite his punishment, Atlas is remembered more for his endurance than his rebellion, embodying the human capacity to bear heavy burdens and persevere. Prometheus, the Titan god of forethought, was another who escaped imprisonment. He was a friend to mankind, best remembered for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to humanity, an act that ignited the progress of civilization. His punishment was severe, chained to a rock with an eagle eternally feasting on his liver. Yet to us, Prometheus remains a symbol of sacrifice, intelligence, and the indomitable spirit of rebellion against divine authority. Epimetheus, whose name means afterthought, was the brother of Prometheus. In contrast to his brother, Epimetheus was not known for his wisdom, yet he played a crucial role in the creation of mankind and animals, gifting all creatures their various qualities of strength, swiftness, flight, and cunning. Despite his oversight in not leaving any gifts for humans, his actions set the stage for Prometheus's critical intervention. These titans and others left their mark on the world, their stories woven into the fabric of Greek mythology. Their deeds, rebellions, and punishments are more than just tales of a time long past. They serve as enduring symbols of human traits and life's challenges. The Titans, once rulers of the world, remain integral figures in Greek mythology, their stories echoing through the ages. The Clash of the Titans, a tale of power, betrayal, and rebellion, is a testament to the richness of Greek mythology. We journeyed from the birth of the Titans through the prophecy of Uranus and witnessed the overthrow of Uranus himself. We saw the Rule of Cronus, the birth of Zeus, and the epic battle of the Titanomachy. Finally, we explored the legacy left by the Titans. These narratives have endured through centuries, capturing imaginations and inspiring countless adaptations. Their appeal lies in their ability to mirror our own human experiences and emotions on a grand, cosmic scale. The tales of gods and titans serve as a reminder of our own strengths and weaknesses, our capacity for love, hatred, loyalty, and betrayal. Greek mythology, with its intricate, dramatic narratives and timeless themes, continues to captivate us, offering a rich tapestry of human experience set against the backdrop of the celestial and the divine. As the sun sets on our tale, remember, even gods can fall, and even titans can rise again.